Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Crypto Cartographers. As always, with you here, we've got the real Seabass bringing you some premium crypto content. Today we're going to do a real basic video, just kind of looking at a little bit of technical analysis on the market, seeing where we're headed. As most of you already know, we got some green in this market, guys. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. So much green. A little bit of red from the stable coins, but that's okay. Everyone's flowing money out of stable coins into the crypto market. Holla friggin' Luya. We're sitting at about $121 billion market cap. So last time we checked in, that's about $11 billion up. So that's massive for the space. Now, before I get too excited here, we're going to flip over to the actual charts. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin on the daily. So you can see here that we held a support zone of about 3170 roughly. And we're currently facing a little bit of resistance, and this is starting to honestly look like a lower high, finding resistance here at the the 3,700 mark, right about, maybe a little bit more. That's bouncing right off of the 27 EMA. So currently it's looking a little bit bearish, as good as this little run has been. So what we're kind of looking for is, I'm going to actually narrow this down to 4 hours here. So what we're looking for is we want to see a break above this line, which we have actually started to break above it. Now we just need to hold. To break this 200 EMA on the 4-hour chart would be huge. Couple of red flags that I'm seeing. The RSI, I'm jumping actually back over here to the daily. RSI looks good. This right here is something I've been keeping an eye on for a while, where we made that initial low back near the end of November. We stayed down here. We came up. We made a higher low, consolidated, and then we had this massive punch through. So we were looking at that, and that was definitely an indicator that if that pushed through, we were going to go bullish. Jumping back down to the 4-hour here. So something that I'm noticing right here on the RSI is that we are currently making higher highs, but we are in the extremely overbought range. So definitely look for the RSI to cool off before we make any more legs up. Jumping into the MACD, the histogram looked like it kind of made a little bit of a double top, or honestly, looks like it might actually be a lower high on the histogram, just barely. So that's starting to show a little bit of bearish divergence, so just be aware of that. Jumping down to the hourly time frame, even more so bearish divergence. We're seeing a lower high on the RSI. So one of my favorite crypto guys, Silicone Crypto, he always makes these little jingles, and he talks about how lower high on the RSI is a bearish sign. So that's something to keep in mind here. So not to say, again, that we couldn't see some more legs up here in this little bull rally that we're having, but what we need to see is this RSI come back down. We need to see it go back to about, I'd say about 30 on the RSI before we start declaring ourselves completely bullish. So basically what I'm looking for to start re-entering or longing again for another wave up is I want to see this cool off, come back down. I want to buy the oversold dip here and then wait for that push back up. So that's if we get it. Again, it takes volume. Looking at the 4-hour here, the volume itself has actually been not too bad. Yeah, I mean pretty good volume. Let me see, look on the daily here. No, volume hasn't been too terrible, so that's definitely a good sign for the bulls. But again, let's taper these expectations, make sure we're not getting too crazy. Again, we're just seeing right here what looks to be a bounce off of this previous support, now turned potential resistance. So we'll see what happens here at Ripple on the daily chart. So this is pretty freaking cool. You remember the last time we checked in on XRP, we set this red bar of previous resistance turned support. Well, as you can see here, look at that. Look how perfectly that bounced off of that level. We had this nice little bullish rally, which of course is following Bitcoin's lead, as most cryptos, if not all cryptos, do. As cool as this rally has been, we need to taper that expectation because, again, we're still in this downtrend. So, this is something that we have to keep an eye on the macro picture. I'm not going to get extremely bullish on XRP until we get up past this upper trend line, which is going to be roughly about the 40-cent range, 38-cent range, depending on what point it hits. I could definitely see us rejecting and coming back down to meet this 28-cent resistance or support point. So this is something that, if you are trading and you are long on XRP right now, it might be a good idea to take profits right around this range until we do see that confirmation in the market. So again, it's something where we do still potentially have room to go down. So if you are going to be going long on XRP, make sure you are very closely managing that trade. If we look at XRP on the RSI, again, we had it's kind of similar to Bitcoin where we had that low, but we didn't have quite as a dramatic low on the RSI as Bitcoin did, but definitely a nice little rally there. We're getting up to the overbought range here. Not quite there though, so we definitely do have a little bit of room to work. The histogram's ticking up nicely. The MACD has made a bullish crossover, so that is fantastic. Let's take a look at it on a little bit lower of a time frame on 4 hours here. 4 hours we had, looks like a little bit of a double top on the RSI. Histogram here, yep, same thing, double top. So looking like similar to Bitcoin, we are going to need to pull back, consolidate before we make another move up, let everything kind of cool down. So again, just like Bitcoin, look at this. We have a lower high on the RSI, which is a bearish divergence, at least for the short term. So again, keep in mind that we need to let this cool off. Watch for this to fall back down into the low 40s, high 30s. Let's get a little bit of consolidation going before we go back and long this market again. And then, why not, for grins and giggles, let's go ahead, let's go to the 15-minute chart. So what I'm seeing here, MACD, very, very in the overbought range. So we just had a bearish MACD cross. So this will signal a little bit of sell-off, which we're actually already starting to see right here, which that's a little bit more of a lagging indicator. So that could honestly just be crossing because of the sell-off already happening. So, but hey, guys. Let's be grateful about this green in the market. I love it. Let's hope we see more. Other than that, though, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Please hit a subscribe, hit the like button, show as much love as you possibly can. That's how I know that you guys want to see these videos. Because who knows? Maybe you guys don't want to see these. Maybe you do, but I will never know until you like, you subscribe, and give me some love in the comments. All right, thanks, guys. This is Crypto Cartographers, signing out.